Okay. Hi guys, it's 9:30 at night. I hauled out to the pharmacy to find out that they did not have my pills ready because they had none in the pharmacy. They have to do a special order so I can have them tomorrow. Anywho, so we're in 1956 national pastime. We're going to do the Chicago White Sox at the Kansas City Athletics this time. The pitching, the starting lineup, or the starting pitchers is Consuegra for the Chicago White Sox and Ditmar for the Kansas City Athletics. Art Ditmar. And we'll post by the one up here real quick for you guys, as I always do. In the original game, by the way, Kansas City won this one 15-1. I'm not going to guarantee that's going to happen. I'm not going to guarantee it's not going to happen. But best way I can describe it. There we go. We're on the 21st, which is actually day 5 of the American League schedule in 1956. It's a Saturday. Sunday was a doubleheader day, so it's going to be a lot of games to play, just so everybody knows. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubleheaders on the 22nd to play in 1956 when I get back to them. But this was at Kansas City 15, Chicago 1. Kansas City, for real in this game, put 13 runs across in the second inning. It's a day game. The attendance was 15,608. So this was a blowout game on this one here. So there's not much we could do as the season was going along. Chicago White Sox proved who they were. They were the hitless wonders. And we'll go from there. All right, starting lineups. For the Chicago White Sox will be Jim Rivera. He'll be playing right field. Nellie Fox will be our second baseman. Minnie Minoso is at left field. Larry Doby's out in center field. Sherm Lawler is our catcher, batting 5th. Bobby Kennedy is playing third base. He's 6th. Walt Dropo is our first baseman, batting 7th. Luis Aparicio, the shortstop, batting 8th. And the pitcher is Sandy Consuegra, and he will be batting 9th. He pitched in 32 games, started only 2 of them, only had 47 innings, so he's definitely used later on in the season as a reliever. We will get to the Kansas City Athletics as soon as they come up to bat. Here is our first pitch today to Jim Rivera, the outfielder for the Chicago White Sox. He is currently batting 125. Has been on base more than once, so he has an on-base percentage of 300, so he probably has 2 walks. Will probably reach on errors. Here's the pitch. It's a 52. And Rivera lines a ground shot over to our third baseman, Finnegan, who fires over to Vic Power. And we have 1 down here in the top first inning. Nellie Fox will be up next. Nellie Fox, our second baseman. He's batting .375 for the Chicago White Sox. Has no home runs, 1 RBI. Currently, because Chicago got shut out a little while back. Everybody's just really pretty much getting started. Again, here's the pitch to Fox. It's a 46. And he hits a weak little ground ball heading over to our pitcher, Ditmar. Ditmar scarfs up, fires over to Power, and we have 2 down. Coming up to bat next will be Minnie Minoso. Minnie Minoso's batting .222 this season. He's had 10 plate appearances so far. No runs, 2 RBIs though. Here is the pitch to Minoso. It's a 63. And Minoso flies out right over to center field. Just waiting for it is our center fielder, Simpson. Nice lazy ball, and he makes the play. And at the end of the top of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Coming up to bat for the Kansas City Athletics will be Vic Power, Spook Jacobs, and Enos Slaughter. And for one of my friends, actually, that is Country Slaughter is his nickname, please. We will use his nickname. Vic Power is batting .273 for the Kansas City Athletics right now. He has no home runs, 3 RBIs. Normally he is not found at the top of the order. Not that I can recollect. Anyway, here's the pitch to Power. It's a 44. And he hits the single out towards right field, gets past our first baseman, stays on the ground, and we have a runner on now already. Due to bat is Spook Jacobs. Spook Jacobs batting .083. May have a decent bunt percentage. We're going to find out. We're going to bunt along here. Get power over to second. Here's the pitch. It's a 14. And Jacobs does hits it out towards our nice little bunt down third base side. Kennedy has to come on up, charges the ball, fires over to first, makes the play, and Power will take second base. Credit Jacobs for the sacrifice hit, 5-4. Next to our second baseman, I take that back. He threw it over there to our second baseman, Nellie Fox. Due at the bat is Country Slaughter. Country Slaughter is came from the St. Louis Cardinals over to the American League. He hit the game-winning hit in the seventh inning, in the seventh game of the World Series against the Boston Red Sox. Here is the pitch to Slaughter. It's a 64. And Consuegra fires a strikeout, and there is 2 down. Up to bat is Harry Simpson for the Kansas City Athletics. Harry Simpson is batting .333, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It is a 22. Harry Simpson hits out over the head of the first baseman. Well, drops in on there on the line, heading down the line. He makes over to first base. Vic Power is coming around, and he is safe. Kansas City strikes first blood. Simpson reaches on with the base hit. Coming up to bat is Gus Zerniel. Gus Zerniel's batting .250. He has no home runs, 1 RBI so far this season. Here is the pitch. It's a 33. And we got a possibility going on here. Let's see what happens with the play. Possible home run. Let's try to get knocked down. And no, Gus Zerniel heads out towards the right center field fence, which actually, if anybody remembers the old Municipal Stadium in Kansas City from pictures, is a screen. That's all it is. It is a clear fence, and it goes over that high wall. 2-run home run for Zerniel, and Kansas City takes a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Coming up to bat is Joe Ginsberg. He is the catcher. He's currently on a 3-game hitting streak. He's hitting .400 right now for the Kansas City Athletics. Here is the pitch. It's a 21. And he hits a high lazy fly ball out towards left field. Waiting for it is Minnie Minoso, and he makes the play. But Kansas City has struck damage here in the bottom of the first inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, including 1 home run by Zerniel. And at the end of 1, it is the Kansas City Athletics 3, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Due up to bat for the Chicago White Sox is Doby, Lawler, and Kennedy. And hi, Pete. Promise you I'd do another game after that abortion this afternoon. So I promised, and I try to keep my word. Here we go. Larry Doby's up to bat. He's currently batting .333 for the Chicago White Sox, probably the leading hitter for them. Here's the pitch. It's a 23. And Doby hits a high fly out towards right field. Country Slaughter's waiting for it. Makes the play. We have 1 down in the top of the second inning. Coming up to bat will be Sherm Lawler. Sherm Lawler is batting .375 for our White Sox. He is no home runs, 5 RBIs this season so far. Here is the pitch. It's a 41. And he hits a hot ground ball out towards shortstop DeMaestri. DeMaestri grabs it up, fires over to first, and we have 2 down. Vic Power is getting his workout over there at first base today, so we're doing it. So the Kansas City Chiefs are trying to keep it down on the ground against all comers today. Bob Kennedy is up. He is batting .250. He has 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It's a 64. Possible error on this one here. It has reached out towards that glove. No, and he hits 2. Vic Power who scarfs up himself, runs to make the play at first base, and there are 3 away. At the end of 1.5, it is Kansas City 3, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Due up to bat for the Kansas City Athletics is Jim Finnegan. He's the second baseman. He is batting .444 for Kansas City. has no home runs, no RBI, so he's batting quite well. Slugging percentage is also .444, so that must be all singles. Here is the pitch to Finnegan. It's a 16. And he hits the soft ground ball over to Luis Aparicio. Luis Aparicio very sure-handed, makes the play, and we have one down. Joe DeMaestri is up. He's batting .222 this season for Kansas City. Consuegra's got the first out. He is in the stretch here. He is in the ready. Here's the pitch. 15. And DeMaestri hits it out in between second and third, heading towards left center field, and it drops in for the base hit. Kansas City has their fourth hit of the game. Due up to bat is Art Ditmar, the pitcher. This is Ditmar's first appearance this year in 1956. And here is the pitch. It's a 65. Possible error. Here we go. 65, no, and he hits a high pop-up, heading towards the foul line. Lawler is out there waiting for it, gets over towards the third base side, and makes the catch himself, and that is 2 down on a high pop-up. Due up the bat is Vic Power. Vic Power in the first inning got a base hit, scored the first run of the game. Consuegra is trying to get himself concentrated down there. He has already thrown. This is not his first game, I do believe. Here is the pitch. It's a 65. And Vic Power hits a high pop-up, but it's going back towards the backstop. Lawler's heading back that way, tosses the mask away, and makes the play. That is 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base for the Kansas City Athletics. Coming up to bat for the Chicago White Sox will be Dropo, Aparicio, and Consuegra. Walt Dropo for the Chicago White Sox is batting .000 this season, though he does have an RBI. Here is the pitch. It's a 54. Possible error coming up here for Dropo. Not going to happen, and he hits a fly ball out towards our right fielder. Country Slaughter's heading back, and he makes the catch, ready for it. We have 1 down. Due up the bat here is Luis Aparicio. Luis Aparicio is batting .250 for the Chicago White Sox this year. And here is the pitch to Aparicio. It's a 32. And he ground balls out, heading out towards second base, slaps a little ground ball to Jacobs. Jacobs fires it over to Power, and there are now 2 down. Nice little play by Jacobs on got down on his knee, made the old-fashioned school play. Sandy Consuegra, again, this is also his first. I take that back. This is his first time pitching also. Here is the pitch. It's a 22. And Consuegra gets the first hit of the game for the Chicago White Sox, helps his own cause, gets out over the head of our shortstop, DeMaestri, and he gets on first base with a base hit. Very good for Consuegra. He's helping out his own cause. Coming up to bat is Jim Rivera. Jim Rivera grounded out to the third baseman in the first inning. Here is the pitch. 63. And Rivera hits a high fly ball out deep towards center field. Simpson's heading back. He waits for it, makes the play. We have 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Due up to bat for the Kansas City Athletics is Jacob, Slaughter, and Simpson. And I'm going to do something just a little bit different here if I can. See if I can get away with it, and I can. For the Chicago White Sox, and this is the batting statistics as I can look at them right now. It's not the best way to go, but it's something. Okay, for the players we have playing, Rivera's batting .125. These stats, because I got the game going right now, the stats don't count, so that's not a bad thing. Because you can see Consuegra in here with just in one game, he has a .000 batting average. Rivera is batting .125. He had 2 walks. Minnie Minoso has 2 doubles. The only home run, and Doby has 1. The only home runs being hit is by Bob Kennedy, as I said before. The leading batter right now is Sherm Lawler, who's batting .375 for the White Sox. He's the catcher, followed by Nellie Fox, who's also hitting .375, and Larry Doby, who is hitting .333. Dick Donovan has a .500 average, but he only played in 1 game. Your pitching stats so far, as you can see here, I did have Consuegra in another game. He got the save in one of Chicago's victories. Chicago right now is 2-0, by the way, in the league play. They are running just a little bit behind. He got a save, gave up 1 run. Jack Harshman's another one, but these are pretty much their stats. Now, for Kansas City. And we've had quite a few pitches because Kansas City just took a beat down in here in one of the games, just so you know. And I can find those too, by the way. Leading batter for the, and we're going to do this based on plate appearances, which would be the smart thing to do, because these are guys who've been starting the whole line. Leading for him actually is Jim Finnegan. He's batting .444. They don't have many RBIs, and they have yet to hit a home run this season. And that's pretty much Kansas City in the thing. And in my games played, I could do the same thing. Hold on, guys. I'll give you guys an idea what's going on here. Kansas City themselves, they've gotten 3 games. They are 0-3. They lost 1-0 at the very beginning of the season to the Tigers. Lost 8-4. They played at Detroit. Came home. Lost 10-4 to the White Sox in the first game of this 3-game series. And the White Sox themselves are actually 2-0. They only got to play 1 game in Cleveland. That'll be made up probably as a doubleheader sometime later on during the season. They lost. Actually, they won, and they played the White Sox, and they played Kansas, like I said, Kansas City. So that's pretty much what's going on for these 2 teams. Spook Jacobs off the bat. He is 0 for 0. He did a sacrifice hit. Here's the pitch, 65, and Jacobs hits it out towards left field, and it drops in front of Minnie Minoso. Jacobs is on first with the base hit. Again, the reason why I've got Consuegra still in here, because we are playing the 5-run, 5-inning rule like everybody else pretty much plays these days, which I think is a great rule to have. Coming to bat is Country Slaughter. Country Slaughter today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Here is the pitch, 66. And here we go. That number is never good for a lot of players. Country Slaughter heads out deep towards the first base. He drops down, heads over to that fence area over there in right field wall, which makes it difficult for a ball player to get there. Rivera's on his way. He fires it in. Slaughter gets over there to second base on a sliding double. And Jacobs scores. It is 4-0 Kansas City Athletics. Harry Simpson's our batter. He hit a base hit his first time up and knocked in the first run of the game. Here is the pitch, 64. And Consuegra strikes him out. That is Consuegra's second strikeout of the game. Due up here is Gus I'm going to probably say Zernial, and I've been saying Zernial, which I may be wrong. I believe it's Zernial or Niall. And he hit a home run his first time up, knocked in, and a nice little 2-run shot. Here is the pitch, 56. It's a high fly pop-up, and waiting for it to come down is Nellie Fox. He does make the play. There is 2 down. Due up is Joe Ginsberg, our catcher. Joe Ginsberg flew out to the left field the first time up, and that ended the first inning. Here is the pitch, 23. And he slaps it out towards second base. Nellie Fox leans over towards his right, makes the twist, flips over to first base for the out, and that is 3 away. But the Kansas City Athletics add another run on the base hit by Jacobs, followed by the double by Country Slaughter, and we have a 4-0 lead at the end of 3 innings. We are now going into the top of the 4th. Thanks, Beetle. I appreciate your kindness. I really do. I'm still waiting for your broadcast of Out of the Park. I think a lot of people wait for your broadcast of Out of the Park 19, if you can pull it off, please. That way everybody can look at what it does. And you get to experiment with it. I think that's a heck of an idea. You're an old schooler statistician like I am. Coming back for the White Sox will be Fox, Minoso, and Doby. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Nellie Fox, last time out, he grounded out to the pitcher. Here is the pitch by Ditmar. It's an 11. Again, that's another number that's never good. Not for a lot of players. It's a 54, actually, for the pitchers. And Nellie Fox sits out towards the right center field, toward that funky fence at Kansas City's Municipal Stadium. It drops in, it hits it, and Slaughter is on his way to fire it back in. He couldn't get there quick enough. Nellie Fox will take second base on the play, and he has a sliding double. Due up to bat is Minnie Minoso. Minnie Minoso's first time up flew out to center field. Fox is on second base. Here is the pitch. It is a 45. And Ditmar fires over. It goes outside, walks Minoso. We have runners on first and second. Chicago is in a threat position right now then. Larry Doby will be our batter. He is 0 for 1. Last time up, he flew out to the right fielder, Country Slaughter. We have none down. We have 2 runners on. Here is the pitch to Doby. 25. And he hits a ground ball towards third base. Finnegan picks it up. Kick. Fox already heading on is getting ready to go. He fires over to first base. Minoso's on second. Fox does take third base. And we have 1 down on a 5-3 on the ground ball by Larry Doby. Coming to bat is Sherm Lawler. Sherm Lawler grounded to the shortstop the first time up. Runners are on second and third. Infield will be in for the plate to the plate. Here's the pitch to Lawler. 36. And a possible error coming up. No, sir. He hits a high fly pop up over towards the left field side. Waiting for it to come on down is Finnegan. Finnegan does make the play. Makes up for the mistake he made in the last play there by letting Nellie Fox get to third base. We have 2 down. Coming to bat is Bobby Kennedy. Bobby Kennedy is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to our first baseman. Vic Power unassisted. Here is the pitch. 24. And Ditmar strikes him out. That ends the inning. The Chicago White Sox strand 2. And at the end of 3.5, it is Kansas City 4, the Chicago White Sox nothing. I did a dark game in 1965 involving the Kansas City Athletics and the Detroit Tigers. They lost 4-2. At least 4 innings, they stranded runners on third base. Mickey Lolich got the win for that one there. And we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming up to bat is Finnegan, DeMaestri, and Ditmar. Consuegra still on, and we're in the bottom of the 4th. Here is the pitch to Finnegan. 64. And this is going to change. He's going to drop in here. He signals gets it over the third baseman's head. Drops into left field, and Finnegan is on with a base hit here in the bottom of the 4th inning. He did ground out to our shortstop, so he's sticking it still to the right-hand side of the field. Joe DeMaestri got a base hit in the 2nd. Finnegan's on first. Here is the pitch. It's going to be on a hit and run. No, and he hits a high fly out towards right field. Waiting for it is Rivera. Finnegan takes a slight lead off first, changes his mind, goes back to first. We have 1 down. All right, Ditmar's coming up to bat. Last time up, he popped up, fouled out to our catcher. Lawler, there is 1 down. And Ditmar, they're going to take advantage of this. Ditmar is going to butt Finnegan across. Everybody's ready. The infield is in for this. Here we go. It is a 52 for Ditmar. And no, he has 2 strikes so far. He has made 2 attempts, failed them both. He has to swing away. Here is the pitch. 23. And he also hits a fly ball out towards right field. Waiting for it to come down again is Rivera. There are 2 down, and Finnegan remains at first base. Due up is Vic Power. Vic Power is 1 for 2 today. He has popped up to the catcher and got a base hit. Start the game off. Here is the pitch. 14. And he hits a high fly ball out towards center field. Very casual fly ball. Doby's being very casual about it today, and he makes the one-handed catch. 3 down. At the end of 4 innings, it is the Kansas City Athletics 4, Chicago White Sox nothing. That was no runs, no hits, and a 1 hit and 1 batter left on. Due up for the White Sox is Walt Dropo, Luis Aparicio, and if the White Sox do have a player on base, We will pinch hit for Consuegra. So he will not, probably won't be the pitcher of record for this game. But that's going to happen. Chicago White Sox are up. Walt Dropo is our batter. He is 0 for 1 today. Even though Consuegra's got one of the 2 hits for the White Sox. Here's a pitch to Dropo. He flew out the last time to right field. It's a 15. And Walt Dropo drops a beauty right over the head of DeMaestri. Drops into left center field. And gets on with a base hit. Due up is Luis Aparicio. Luis Aparicio is also 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to the second baseman. And we're going to see what we can do here. Here is the pitch to Aparicio. 62. And he strikes out. And we're going to take a look, see who's going to be pinch hitting for the Chicago White Sox here in the bottom of the 5th inning. By the way, Consuegra only lasted 1 and 2 in his first game. So the first pinch hitter of the game is, oh my! I get to pick the pinch hitters. They did not do that. Both teams had pinch runners in their first game, and I don't do that either. We'll figure it out. Finnegan got replaced. So I gotta wonder why. I gotta look at here real quick. Hold on. Nope. Hector Lopez came in and did that, so he must have been injured. Alright, we'll look it up later. Okay. Alrighty, coming up to bat probably for Chicago White Sox against Ditmar, who is a right-hander. Okay, we'll take a look. See, we got a left-hitting hitter out here. Yes, we do. We've got Ron Northey for the White Sox. He has not been up yet. This is his first time up coming to bat this season. Plays outfield. He's a switch hitter, it looks like. And here is the pitch to Northey. He will be coming in for Consuegra. It's a 52. Oh, my stars. He hits it out towards our third baseman, Finnegan. Finnegan grounds, fixes up, fires quickly over to second. Poof fires over to first. And we have a 5-4-3 round the horn double play. That ends the 5th inning on a note. And so for the Chicago White Sox, they had no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Due up to bat will be Jacobs, Slaughter, and Simpson for the Kansas City Athletics. And Northey hits into a double play off his first at-bat for the Chicago White Sox. Nice 5-4-3 play. Good pivot again by the second baseman Fox. Coming to pitch for the Chicago White Sox will be Bill Fisher. Will be getting his tryout. Will be getting his chance here with the White Sox. Bill Fisher got in 3 games, had a real huge ERA. Actually, I may end up using him then because he's more or less like cannon fodder, and right now it's still only 4-0. All right, let's see him. Not much for the White Sox relief corps. Harry Bird's not much better. I got to bring one of them in. That's who played in this game. Okay, Harry Bird will be the pitcher. If it gets to be a blasting game here, we'll bring in Fisher. Neither one of them lasted the inning. They never got out of the inning. They never got one out. In the real game, remember, it was 15-1 Kansas City. They had put 13 runs across in the second inning for real. So this one's going to get interesting. Due up here is Spook Jacobs. Spook Jacobs is 1 for 1. Sacrifice hit and the base hit. Scored the 4th run. Here's the pitch. It's a 12. And possible error. And it is an error. And hits a ground ball over towards third base. Kenny picks it up, fires over towards Dropo, and he pulls him off the bag, and Jacobs is safe on the error on the throw. That will be an E5 because he got pulled off the bag. Coming up to bat will be Country Slaughter. Country Slaughter today is 1 for 2. Struck out, and he has a double. Harry Bird is on the mound. Here is the pitch to Slaughter. 32. And Country Slaughter hits it out to our second baseman, Fox. Fox fires over to Aparicio. Aparicio hops over Jacobs and fires back to first for the double play. A 4-6-3 for all of you who keep score here, like I am. And we have 2 down here in the top of in the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming up is Harry Simpson. Harry Simpson has a base hit and a strikeout. He knocked in a run. Here is the pitch to Simpson. 61. And Simpson hits a ground ball over towards Aparicio. Aparicio fires it very quickly over to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 5 innings, it is the Kansas City Athletics 4, the Chicago White Sox nothing. Due up for the White Sox is Rivera, Fox, and Minoso. Ditmar is back on the mound so far. For his 5 innings pitched, he's given up 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He's pitched a marvelous job here today. Here is the pitch. Rivera is 0 for 2. Flew out and grounded out. 45. And Ditmar walks him on 4 straight pitches. That'll take care of Rivera. Coming up to bat will be Nelly Fox. Nelly Fox is 1 for 2. He has 1 Chicago hits. He got it in the 4th inning. He slapped a double and was stranded on second base, or on third actually. Here's the pitch to Fox. Rivera's on first. Here we go. It is a 23. And he grounds it towards our second baseman, Jacobs. Jacobs fires over to DeMacy for the easy out. DeMacy fires back to first. Not in time. Fox is on first. With the fielder's choice, 4-6 for those keeping score. Due up here is Minnie Minoso. Minnie Minoso is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Flew out to center in the 1st inning. Runner is on first. Here is the pitch. 1 down. 65. And Minoso hits a high foul ball over behind the backstop here. Ginsburg is heading back that way as he waits for it. Guides his distance from the backstop. Throws his mask away. Makes the catch. We have 2 down. Due up will be Larry Doby. Larry Doby is 0 for 2. He grounded out and flown out this time. Here is the pitch to Doby. Fox is on first. Here we go. And Larry Doby hits out towards left center field. Gets it past her, just barely away from the grasp of Zernile. Nelly Fox taking advantage of that little trip up there like that, and he heads over the third. We have runners on first and third. Fox is on third for the 2nd time this game. Doby has his first base hit of the season. He is on first. Runners on first and third. Sherm Lawler's coming to bat. Sherm Lawler has grounded out and popped up his last time out there. Here is the pitch. 66. That's never a good job. That's never a good number, as we've always talked about. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And Sherman Lawler hits out deep towards center field, and it gets way back there. Hits that corner area up there on the wall. Drops back in, and Simpson's trying to fire it back in. Lawler's going to take second base standing up. Here comes Fox. He scores. Here comes Doby, and he gets it all the way around, and we have a 4-2 game now. Lawler with a 2-run double. That is his 6th and 7th RBIs of the season. Due up to bat will be Bob Kennedy. He is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out and grounded out his last time up. It is now 4-2. The shutout is gone. Here is the pitch. It is a 24. And Kennedy has struck out for the 2nd time this game. Ditmar shut him down. But not before the Chicago White Sox put up 2 runs on 3 hits. There was nobody left on. And at the end of 5.5, it is Kansas City Athletics 4-7-0. The Chicago White Sox 2-5-1. Due up for the Kansas City Athletics is Zernile, Ginsburg, and Finnegan. Gus Zernile is 1 for 2 today. He has hit a home run. He hit a home run in the 1st inning. That gave the Kansas City the original 3-0 lead. Here is the pitch. Oh, yeah, here is the pitch by Bird. 43. And Zernile hits it towards the towards the mound. Bird gets off the mound, gets over there, scoops and fires up, underhands it over to Dropo and makes the play. Nice, smart play by Bird. we have one down here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Ginsburg, our catcher's up to bat. He is 0 for 2 today. He is grounded out and flown out. Here is the pitch by Bird. 24. And Ginsburg hits to third base. Kennedy's able to grab that right there down the line. Fires over towards first base, but gets a one-hopper over there and makes the play. And that is 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth inning. White Sox are back online here. Due up bat is Finnegan. Finnegan has got a single and a ground ball. Here is the pitch. 35. And that's a ball call. Bird is down, but still sitting on the mound. Here is the pitch. 51. And Bird walks Finnegan. Bird walks Finnegan on a 3-2 count. As he waits, DeMacy comes up to the plate. DeMacy has hit a base hit and flew out to our right fielder. Here is the pitch. He is in the stretch. Let's see what Bird can do in the stretch. Here we go. 66. That's not what you do. Here we go. See what happens here. 55. And there's a chance this could be into a double. Probably is going to happen. DeMacy's not the biggest one of them all out here. And DeMacy hits it over the first base line. Heads out towards that fence again. Rivera's getting over there, trying to grab it up. DeMacy is gone on his horse, heading over to second base. Rivera fires it in. DeMacy gets underneath the tag. He is safe. Finnegan gets all the way around, and he scores. It is now 5-2 Kansas City on a great job, great smart piece of running by Finnegan, and a good piece of running by DeMacy, who gets on board with the double. That is his second hit of the game. Ditmar is up to bat. There are 2 down. Kansas City does have a 5-2 lead. Here is the pitch. Here is the pitch to Ditmar. It's a 35, and Bird strikes out Ditmar. At the end of 6 innings, it is the Kansas City Athletics 5, the Chicago White Sox 2. The Pale Hoses will be setting up Dropo, Aparicio, and a pinch hitter. Bird pitched a good 2 innings. Nice little debut for the kid. Did real well. Walt Dropo is coming up to bat. Walt Dropo is 1 for 2 today. Has a base hit in the 5th inning. Phew. God, I can talk a storm. Oh, God, I can get it. God, I'm talking a storm tonight. Thank you. And here we go. We are in the top of the 7th inning. On a wonderful evening here in Kansas City, here is the pitch. Or a wonderful day. I take that back. I did announce it before. And Walt Dropo hits it deep out towards left field. Ditmar starting to get just a little tired as it showed. Hits out deep towards left. Waiting for it is Zornal as he gets back towards the warning track. Makes the catch. We have 1 down. Coming to bat will be Luis Aparicio. Luis Aparicio is 0 for 2. He has struck out, and he has grounded to second base. Here is the pitch. It's a 65. And any chance of an error? No. Aparicio hits a pop out, getting out towards the dugout side on third base. So Finnegan's heading over that way. It comes back into the field, and he makes the catch on a tough pop-up. The wind caught it and swirled it around a little bit, and there we go. Coming to bat should have been Bird, but we're going to have another hitter in here against Ditmar. And coming to bat will be Sammy Esposito. Sammy Esposito coming in, he had 80. We got involved in 81 games in 1956. He'll be pinch hitting for Bird. This is his first time up this season for the Chicago White Sox. Here is the pitch. It is a 41. And Esposito hits out towards our shortstop, DeMacy. DeMacy gets over towards his left, plants his feet, makes the play, and we have it the 3rd out. At the end of 6.5 innings, it is the Kansas City 5, Chicago White Sox 2. Here's your chance, everybody. As I always like to tell you, it is time to do your best Harry Carey drunk impression at the bleachers for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And we'll give you a few seconds for that while I get my breath here real quick. Drink my water, because I got to drink my water. Hold on. Fruit 2.0, by the way, Beatles. Not bad now over here. It's a nice little flavored water, so. 0 calories, all that stuff that's good for me. I get to have nothing but stuff that's good for me. It sucks. Here we go. Top lineup for Kansas City. Coming to pitch for the Chicago White Sox. Bird did an excellent job. We're going to leave Fisher out. See what we got next. For the White Sox. Coming in will be Maury Martin. Will be the pitcher. There we go. Maury Martin, who got involved in 19. He played in 19 games. So he'll be our new pitcher. Replacing Bird, who pitched a great 2 innings, held the Kansas City Athletics just to 1 run in a very well-played game for him. Good debut for him. Let's see how Martin's debut is going to be. If Vic powers up, he is now batting .286. He has no home runs, 3 RBIs. Here is the pitch. 62. And he hits out towards right field. Waiting for it to come on down is Rivera, and we have 1 down. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There we go. I got to set this up. There we go. All right. And Spook Jacobs coming to bat. He is now batting .143. He was batting .083, so he has improved. He's heading up there towards the Mendoza line. Here is the pitch. It is a 16. And Jacobs hits out towards our shortstop, Aparicio. Aparicio with his sure hands makes the easy play out there towards first base, and we have 2 down. Due up the bat here will be Country Slaughter, ex of St. Louis. He's batting .077 now. He is 1 for 3 today. Here is the pitch. It is a 32. And Enos Slaughter hits out towards second base. Nellie Fox is able to scarf that up, heading out towards his right-hand side. Turns around, makes the play. We have 3 down. It is a 1-2-3 inning for the Chicago White Sox. At the end of 7, it is Kansas City 5, the Chicago White Sox 2. Due up the bat for the Chicago White Sox will be Rivera, Fox, and Minoso. And here in the top of the 8th inning, Art Ditmar is on the mound. He's pitching an excellent game. He has only walked 2, struck out 3. In 7 innings pitched. Rivera is 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error last time up, or he walked the last time. I take that back. He is now batting 100. This is, I believe, in this time frame here. And if I looked at the true standings of the White Sox, they were the hitless wonders. Here is the pitch to the White Sox and Rivera, and he hits a fly ball out towards right field. Or left field, sorry about that. Zernil is running down the line, and he makes the grab. We have 1 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Due up the bat here is Nellie Fox. Nellie Fox is 1 for 3. He's scored 1 of the 2 runs for the White Sox. He has a double, grounded out, and I believe another double. Here is the pitch. It's a 63, and he hits it deep out towards center field. Simpson has to go back a little bit, a little more. It looks like he may have lost it. He's stretching back, and he makes the grab, falls on his back. It was going just a little bit with the wind. Gets it back up, fires it back into so the umpire can see it. We have 2 down on a windy hit out there towards center field. Due up is Minnie Minoso. He is 0 for 2 today. Minnie Minoso has reached on a walk, popped out to our catcher, and flown out to center field. Top of the 8th inning, Art Ditmar is on the mound. Here is the pitch. It's a 55. And Minnie Minoso hits it towards left center field. Simpson's getting on his horse, trying to grab it, and he can't get there quick enough. It is a base hit for Minoso. That is his first hit of the game today. Coming up to bat will be Larry Doby. Larry Doby is 1 for 3. He got a base hit in the 6th inning and scored on the double. Here is the pitch by Tadobi. 43. And he hits a weak ground ball to Ditmar. Ditmar's able to get down there on the mound real quick. He turns around, fires over to first, and we have 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left down for the Chicago White Sox. At the end of 7.5 innings, it is the Kansas City A's 5, the Chicago White Sox 2. Due up to bat for Kansas City will be Simpson, Zernile, and Ginsburg. Maury Martin's on the mound for the White Sox. He's pitching in relief. And for any of my other historians who happen to hear this game or people who enjoy the seasons, you need to remember the Chicago White Sox were the hitless wonders for quite a few years. They won the 1959 pennant on pitching. Definitely wasn't hitting. They didn't have the bats for some reason. I don't know why, but it just happened that way. And they proceeded to lose to the Los Angeles Dodgers 4-2. A very young Sandy Koufax in that one there, and the very younger Don Drysdale. Here is the pitch to Simpson. 46. And Martin strikes him out. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He was 1 for 3. Now he's 1 for 4. Coming to bat is Gus Zernile. Gus Zernile is 1 for 3 today. Has his home run. 3 RBIs. Now he's batting .273. Barton's in the ready. Here is the pitch. It is an 11. That could be trouble. Zernile smacks it out over the first baseman's side. It's heading out down towards right field. Zernile's on his horse. Even as slow as he is, Rivera's even slower. They can't get over there in time. Zernile is on with a double way down the left field, right field wall. And he's on second base. Coming to bat is Joe Ginsburg. Joe Ginsburg today is 0 for 3. His average is down to .308 for the Kansas City A's. Here is the pitch. It is a 13 and a wild pitch done by Martin. Zernile will take third base on that. On a rare wild pitch by the Chicago White Sox. Ginsburg is still at the plate. Zernile is at third. Infield is now going to move in to make the plate in case anything happens. Here is the pitch. 34. Possible error going that way. Is not going to happen, and Ginsburg hits it deep out towards center field. Heading playing in that wind back there. You saw what happened the last inning. Hits it deep out that way. Larry Doby's out there to grab it. He reaches out towards the warning track, makes the play, just throws it back in. He's not going to be able to make the play to home, and Zernile will score the 6th Kansas City run on the sacrifice fly by Ginsburg. Due up is Finnegan. Finnegan walked his last time up and scored the 5th Kansas City run in this game. Martin is back in. Like most relief pitchers, he is in the stretch. I don't know why they do that, but it's not a bad thing not to do. Finnegan is up. He's batting .455 now for the A's. Has yet to get an RBI or a home run. Here is the pitch. He's doing it all on work. 62, and Finnegan hits a real hard shot. Gets on a one-hopper over to Martin. Martin fires it over to first base. That is 3 down on a great, grab by Martin. And we have no runs, 1 hit. Or 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. At the end of 8 innings, it is Kansas City 6, the Chicago White Sox 2. Due up here for the White Sox in the top of the 9th inning will be Sherm Lawler, Bob Kennedy, and Walt Dropo. The heart of the lineup for the White Sox in their case here. Lawler last time up doubled into the 2 runs for the White Sox. He has his 2 RBIs, like I said, number 6 and 7. Averages up at .364. Here is the pitch to Lawler by Ditmar. It's a 65, and possible error coming in here. Not going to happen. And Lawler hits out towards third base side of the infield as it starts heading drifting foul. Finnegan is going over there to grab it, and he makes the play behind the third base coach's box. We have 1 down. Bob Kennedy is due up. He is 0 for 3. He is now batting .182. He has struck out twice and popped and grounded out to our first baseman unassisted. Here is the pitch. 66, and he is going to get on finally. Here as we go. 13, and Kennedy hits out towards right, gets over towards right center field, towards that fence area over there. It hits the fence, makes a fine little bounce. He is heading towards second base. Simpson's firing it back in, and Kennedy is on with a double. There is one down. Kansas City is leading 6-2. Ditmar is starting to get a little bit tired, but they turn around, talks to the manager. He says he can probably finish out. Let's see what happens with the man. Walt Dropo's our batter. He is 1 for 3. Has got a base hit in the 5th inning. Here is the pitch to Dropo. 41. And he hits a pop fly. Kennedy can't do anything. It's over towards the right-hand side. DeMaestre's waiting for it. Here it comes, and it's very, very easy catch for DeMaestre on a Major League high pop-up. Just takes time for it to come back down. Due up is Luis Aparicio. He is 0 for 3. He has ground out, popped out, and struck out. Here is the pitch to Aparicio. 54. And he hits it deep towards center field, waiting for it is Simpson on the fly. Makes the grab. Game is over. Kansas City wins 6-2. Ditmar is our winner. Consuegra is going to be the losing pitcher. And let's get ourselves set up. We will do the final analysis of our game. But for anybody who's just getting on, it's Kansas City 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Chicago White Sox 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Very well played game by Kansas City. Congratulations to them for the victory. Let's save this here. It is 4:21. As I always do. Alrighty, now let's see if I can get my stuff up. And we'll go to there too. I just got to hear the little sounds here that says I'm saving this game so I can do what I need to do. Alright. Let me see if I can pick this up for you guys real quick. Okay. Might be able to change this real fast. Hold on. And yes. There we go, guys. I'm hoping you can see the scoreboard like I can here. That's the idea. Let's go down and look at the pitching first, as I picked up from Al, our Red Sox fan. For the Chicago White Sox, Sandy Consuegra got 4 innings in, gave up 4 runs, gave up a home run, struck out 2. He was relieved for a pinch hitter on a nice successful attempt. Northey didn't get there. He actually hit into a double play. Harry Bird came in his debut, gave up 1 run on 1 hit. Walked 1, struck out 1 in 2 innings pitched. And Maury Martin came in and gave up 1 run on earned. It was earned and struck out 1. For our Kansas City A's, Art Ditmar pitched the complete game. 2 runs on 7 hits, walked 2, struck out 3. Excellent played game for Ditmar. Very well done. Batting wise, we'll look at the White Sox first. Obviously, you can tell it's only 7 hits. Nobody got multiple hits, but 3 of the White Sox did reach doubles. Nellie Fox, Sherman Lawler, and Bob Kennedy. Nellie Fox scored on his double. RBIs were done by Sherman Lawler. He had 2. He had both of them off his double in the 6th inning. Otherwise, Bob Kennedy struck out twice. Aparicio struck out once. A couple walks. Kennedy had the lone error for the White Sox. They left 6 runners on base. They could not take advantage of what they had. Northey grounded into the double play. Fox, Kennedy, and Lawler's, it was his 3rd double of the season. And Lawler had 2 RBIs for his 6th and 7th of the season. Defense-wise, it looked like that Walt Dropo definitely had the putouts today. Also, so did Sherman Lawler. He had 6 himself, including the 4 strikeouts and a couple of foul-outs. Aparicio assisted with 4, and Nellie Fox assisted with 3. Very well done. Kennedy again had the lone error. For Kansas City, they left only 4 runners left on base. They took advantage of every hit and every walk that they got, and they didn't get many. They only got 1. Gus Denial went 2 for 4, had a home run, 2 RBIs. Also a double. Both his hits were multi-hits. Very good for him. Joe DeMaestri went 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Did a real good, fine job over there. And Country Slaughterhouse was 1 for 4, had the other double for Kansas City. They're first, and Gus O'Neill second. Gus O'Neill had his first home run of the season to go along with his third RBIs, number 2 and number 3. Ginsburg had 2 RBIs himself. Jacobs had a sacrifice hit, and Ginsburg had the sacrifice fly for the run scored. White Sox again had one. Again, for the final format here, it was the Kansas City Athletics 6 on a well-pitched game by Ditmar over the Chicago White Sox 2. The hitless wonders are starting to prove that they are the hitless wonders for some unfortunate reason. It happens that way. And that will take care of our game today. I thank, as always, everybody who came on. Thank you, Beat, for sticking around. Hi, Scott. You just missed a great game. And Beatles, I got something even better for you. What the? Oh, that's right. I shut it down. Hold on here. Let me get back to my stuff here. Haha. Yes. Hold on. Okay. I shut it off. I didn't need to. There we go. All right. And Beat, actually, I'm hoping to see somebody do a complete 1905 season, because that was the deadest of the dead ball. They said only 3 batters hit over 300 for the entire season, and every ball club had an ERA of under 3. I think 1905 might be the better choice for the dead ball era. I believe that, again, I'm in 1965 to 1969, which was, to me, was the year of the pitchers until they lowered it. And the year of the hitters really getting to the 80s again, late 70s and 80s, but not real keen on that. 56 was just standard baseball. So, guys, I thank you both very much for showing up. Scott, I'll probably do another one. If not today, I'll do them tomorrow. I'm in and out all day tomorrow, so I'll see if I can get a day game in for everybody, because I know that about a good time with Beatles is probably fine getting home until he gets over here to Pittsburgh. But I thank you both very much. Anybody else who comes on, please hit the thumbs up for me. I always appreciate it. Comments are always welcome as I enjoy them. And I thank you all very much. I got to see your 1894 season. That would be cool. I'd see you do 1930 too. That is another year of the hitter. Only one team had an ERA of under 3. A lot of them had ERAs of over 4. So I'd love to see a 1931 go too. I may do that down the road. Anyway, guys, take care. You have a good night. I got to keep an eye on the weather for Honey Bunny because she works tomorrow. And you guys take care.